Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023 and episode 100 of I am the Journeyman and I come from down your way and I can play. What can you play? FM23. And it's going very well, very well, very well. And it's going very well in the Champions League. But not the Premier League, unfortunately. Welcome to episode 100 of The Journeyman. It is wonderful to be here, 100 episodes in to this series. You know, we're going to hit 100 episodes on F1 Manager as well within the next week. And, you know, it's not all series on this channel that get that far down the line. It just shows how much support you guys have given it, how much I've enjoyed it as well. We're 11 seasons into the journey. And, you know, we're nowhere near done yet. We are still trying our best to perform with Leeds, try and win the league title this season. We're putting a lot of pressure on ourselves with that, but we are already 15 points behind Liverpool. That ship might have sailed. But we need to put together a good run. We're top of the Champions League phase at the moment. We're taking on Bayern Munich today. But I do want to spend the first few minutes of this video reflecting on how we got to this point. And of course, it has been a very interesting journey so far. If you look at our job history, we of course started unemployed in the Journeyman with no coaching badges, no qualifications, no reputation. And we took over a Kidderminster Harriers side that, well, you know, should have been doing a lot better. We finished mid-table in that first season. It wasn't anything to really shout about, unfortunately for us. And yeah, the very next season we got sacked when we didn't reach the FA Cup first round. However, come to call were Chester, who were in a very similar position. They were very, very much struggling in the division. They were in the relegation zone, and we went on an almighty run with them over the last few matches and got them into 11th place in the division before going on to win promotion via the playoffs the very next year. It was a great performance. To do that, we beat Kidderminster Harriers in the final. It was all very romantic, and we went up to the National League, and we're doing very, very well. And then came a call in Pompey, and well, to this day, Chester are still in the Vanarama National League. So, you know, I think we did a very good job with those there. But yes, came a call in Pompey, who were down in the dumps, in the relegation zone, really, really struggling. And we managed to turn it around and keep them up that year. If we go all the way back, I think it was this year there, wasn't it? 23, 24? Was it 23? No, it wouldn't have been. Was it that year? Hang on. It was that year there, wasn't it? Yeah, they were down in the dumps in relegation trouble. It looked like they were going to go down into League Two, but we managed to put together some excellent performances and managed to keep them in the league. Some great players that year. We obviously brought Glatzel in as well. I'd like to look at the best 11 from that year. What was it, 25-26? There they are, those boys there. Nathan Bishop, of course, had left, so we had to put in Joshua Oluwayemi in goal. He's at Bath City now in the National League. That shows how poor a goalkeeper he was. Jake O'Brien was, of course, brilliant. Mazida Gungbo, remember him. Tony Knowles, how's he getting? Oh, he's retired now. But he did join Shrewsbury on loan and then went to Poole Town and had a couple of decent years down at that level. Paul Thompson, of course, was the big player. We sold him for £10 million to Nottingham Forest. He was a hot prospect, but never really found his feet after leaving us, and only actually played one match for Nottingham Forest and has been exchanged now for a player at Birmingham City and has found his level again at League One and Championship level. So that's an interesting career right there. Owen Dale, what a player he was. 34 years old now, which I thought he would be older than that, to be fair. Has only just recently retired. He was just a terrific player. I really enjoyed working with Owen Dale. Who else is in there? Clark O'Dur, Latte, of course. He's still at Portsmouth. Wow. I mean, we transfer listed him in our final season. But Latte is still there, which is funny. Sean Raggett as well. He's at Everton under 21s now. Yeah, he retired after leaving Pompey. Joe Rafferty in there. He has fully retired now as well. But there you go. That was our Pompey team that year. And of course, the very next year, we went on to win the Sky Bet League One through 33 goals for Ricky Jade Jones, who's now playing for Accrington Stanley down in League Two. Was still at Portsmouth when we left, but never really hit those heights that he did under the Hannard era. Paul Glatzel, he's still at Kaiserslautern, 31 years old now, and he's had a decent career, scoring a decent amount of goals there. Josh Murdoch, of course, was a player we brought in. He's just joined Motherwell on a free transfer. He's probably in the prime of his career now, 24 years old. Good player, Josh Murdoch. I was happy with him. Daniel Batty in there. Daniel Adshead as well, of course. He's now at Stoke. He joined them for 6.25 million. Never really hit his heights either. Jake O'Brien, I think, is still... Oh, well, he was still at Portsmouth the last time I looked. Has joined Birmingham on a free transfer now. I think he'd do a job at Leeds United. I think he's a terrific centre-back. Brad Young went to Nottingham Forest eventually, joined Sunderland, and then Nottingham Forest after that. And very, very solid Championship goalkeeper. But, of course, we then got promoted to the Championship, kept Portsmouth in the league. We finished mid-table. It was a good performance that year, with a couple of little additions in there. Luke Cundall, of course, a terrific player. Reece Russell-Denny was in there as well. Cundall's still at Portsmouth, funnily enough, and banging in the goals for them at the moment. Harry Cornick came in. Obviously, he'd scored lots and lots of goals for Luton and Coventry. We brought him in, scored 15 Championship goals that season. Did end his career at Portsmouth, funnily enough. But Ricky J. Jones, again, scoring a whole load of goals. Sam Curtis was a great player. He's now at Wrexham, so he's dropped down the leagues a little. Oh, no, he's Wrexham are in the Championship. There you go. And he's having a good time of things in the Championship. So, yeah, lovely to see those names again. But, of course, after that, we joined Fulham. And I should have known from a few years ago, Fulham is never the place to join for us. We joined them as they were bottom of the Premier League table a few years ago now. Let's have a little look at this. Yeah, it was this year, wasn't it? And we finished bottom of the Premier League table with 19 points. It was a dreadful campaign. And, of course, we went on to the next year with them, and things didn't improve after that. We got sacked with Fulham in 22nd place in the relegation zone of the Championship, and we went nearly 6-7 months without a job. And for some reason, Jesse Marsh got sacked from Leeds United despite leading them to multiple top half finishes. I mean, if you look back throughout this series, you know, Jesse Marsh's time at Leeds United was terrific. And, well, that was the year we joined, of course. We took them out of the top half. It wasn't a great start. But we got to the final of the Europa Conference League. We nearly won that. We lost it on Penno Jeffs. And then, of course, the last 2 years have been brilliant. We finished third in 2031 before finishing in third last season. Again, 9 points improvement. We were 9 points behind the Premier League winners, Liverpool. And now this season, in our third full season as Leeds United manager, we're in 8th. And we could potentially do something very, very special with Leeds. We've built a very good squad. We've spent a lot of money. We've built upon Jesse Marsh's great foundations that he left at this football club. But it's been a terrific journey. We haven't won any trophies yet. I think this has got to be the year if we are going to do it. So since you were last with me, Things haven't gone well in the Premier League, but we have done all right in the cup competitions. We lost 1-0 to Aston Villa at home, our first home defeat of the season, but we bounced back with a 5-1 away victory at West Bromwich Albion. Mayano and Peter Murray alongside a Dedhia hat-trick, which means we're now through the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. And we're playing League One Plymouth in that, so fingers crossed we can get through the semi-final of the AFL Cup. But then we lost 2-1 to Leicester City, and again, that's a very disappointing result for us. Daniel Weber did equalise for us fairly early on after they scored through Evan Ndicka, but Nicholas Jackson with an 86-minute penalty putting us or consigning us to our third consecutive Premier League defeat. And after harbouring thoughts of maybe the title this season, we're now down in 8th place. And, you know, it's not going to be long before the board are starting to ask questions of us. I think we've been pretty unlucky so far. I think there's a lot of teams that have started this season very, very well. So, you know, let's just try and keep on top of it and know that last season we came good through a very, very good run of form, and fingers crossed we can do that again, starting with victory against Newcastle United today, who, to be fair, their manager is under pressure. Paulo Fonseca, he's been there a fair few years now. He's been at this club since 2028, so, you know, he's part of the furniture, but he could well be finding his job under pressure. I'm looking at that Newcastle United side, and I'm seeing a very similar problem to when we joined Leeds. There was quite a lot of older players at the club. We had to move them on. And, you know, I mean, some of the wages are silly at Newcastle. It would definitely be a job I'd be interested in if we got approached for it. I think it would bring a nice symmetry to the Journeyman because, of course, Newcastle sacked us in the beta save, which brought about the start of this series very, very quickly. And it would be quite funny if we ended up back at Newcastle. But I'm a bit wary that it would be a bit of a sideways step at this point. And we've got a good thing going at Leeds United. So let's try and keep that going for now. Squad performances then. Top goal scorer this season is Johnny Ballesteros with 14. Hasn't scored many in the last few matches. 12 for Peter Murray though. Top assists is 7 for Navarro, 6 for Mizogen, 5 each for Weber and Murray and Jorge. Top average rating, is Johnny Ballesteros with a 7.65. So let's have a little look at the team for today then against Real Madrid. Ivan Zinoviev will start in goal. We're giving him a little run in the team. Connor Bradley, Luke Mbete, Arthur Tiara and Girano Mizogen will start in defence, with Casadei and Mangiavachi starting in the defensive midfield positions. Navarro and Dedhia will start wide of Nat Wallbank and Peter Murray up top. So here we go then for the Champions League match to celebrate 100 episodes of the Journeyman. I can't wait. Timo Werner still in the team for Bayern, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't know how old he will be. There's not really anybody else seen in there. You know, at this stage of the Journeyman, the world's best players, for the most part, are going to be new gens. So, yeah, I mean, you look at our team, and there's very little real in there now. You've got Casadei, Tiara, Mbete still in there. Connor Bradley is a real player, but other than that, I think everybody else, certainly in the first team, are new gens. So here we go then. Let's try and bounce back from our defeat to Leicester City. And I think this is the strongest 11. Other than Ballesteros when he's on form, I think this is absolutely the best team that we can put out there. But let's see how we get on. Well, I'm excited now. I'm excited to see if we can perform against a Bayern Munich side that apparently are our toughest opponents. Here's Wallbank with a chance. Nat Wallbank with the shot, and he scores. And I tell you what, he is a brilliant Champions League player. There's no doubt about that. And that is a terrific strike from Nat Wallbank. The Leeds United local boy has scored a brilliant goal there. He chopped inside, and that was a terrific finish from Nat Wallbank. And it is now Leeds United 1, Bayern Munich 0. Fantastic. Come on, boys. Come on, girls. Let's celebrate this now. Because that's going to be 4 out of 4. If we can hang on to this, which there's no reason for me to think otherwise. Oh, what a tackle from Wallbank. Here's Cassadai now, and this is the counter-attack. You can see Murray on the left-hand side creating space for himself. Cassadai is running himself, though. Oh, what a save. And an important save there. Well, here we go then. Navarro into the middle, header. No, not quite. Cassadai into the middle. MacArthur away. It's now Betts. Betts on the ball. Still running. Can Cassadai win it? No, he can't. Oh, Mangiavachi did try and get it back, but Cassadai, what a game he's having. Here's Murray now. Murray with a chance. Can he whip it into Wallbank? Murray, goes alone. And, twice now, we've had a chance to square it and guarantee the goal. They've gone alone and missed their opportunity. I'm hoping that doesn't come back to bite us. Funkel gets it to Upper Meccano. Funkel to Silva. That's a decent ball forward. Cassadai. Now to Navarro. Cassadai to Wallbank. Wallbank forward. Murray. Oh, what a goal from Peter Murray. Wowee. That was impressive from the Irishman. He won the ball back and absolutely lasered it into the top left corner. That was brilliant. And, well, I mean, Peter Murray, take a bow, because you've probably just won the game against Bayern Munich. Real Madrid doing very well as well, but we are virtually guaranteeing ourselves a top 8 position here, because if we've got 12 points at this stage, then, by the end of our 8 matches, we're going to have 15-16, which should be enough. Here's Navarro. He whips it in. Header from Mbete. Loses out, though. Here's Dedea now. Dedea forward to Navarro. Navarro cuts in. Oh, it's a good block. It's a corner now. And I wonder how many of the 8 slots are going to be taken by English clubs. Of course, we've got 6 in the Champions League phase this season. Dedea forward to Wallbank. Wallbank in. Oh, Murray was there. He was ready to shoot. Cassadai to Mbete. Now here's Connor Bradley on the right-hand side. What can he do with it? He whips it in. Headed away. Now here's Mizogin. Nope. Mizogin. Nope. Mizogin again. Still going Mizogin now. Gets it forward to Mangiavachi, who whips it into Peter Murray. Oh, it looked like the moment. It looked like the moment. But alas, it was not. Here he goes then. Navarro into the middle. Headed away. Wallbank. Navarro. Nope. Here's Cassadai. Back to Tiata. End of highlight. Woohoo! Oh, wow. Right then. Connor Bradley's in a little bit of trouble in terms of his stamina. Let's bring on Pilbeam for him. Mangiavachi's going to come off for Manu Kone. And I think we're going to take off Navarro, and we're going to give Weber a chance. And no, they're playing well. Let's bring Jorge on. No, let's not do that, actually. Jorge's not doing that well. Yeah, that's fine. All right. MacArthur then with the throw. Here's Upper Meccano to Lima. Lima forward to Angelo. This is a great chance for Betts, and, well, Bayern Munich are back in the game. So Betts scores. I don't want to watch that again. I'm going to go balance now. And this is tough. You don't want to make any changes at this point, particularly. You don't want to throw it away. Now there's a highlight, and now I feel worried. Here's Kone. Gets it to Mizogen on the left-hand side. Mizogen still pushing. It's Dedia now. Jeffrey Dedia with a chance. And those are the moments where you think, wow, he's a world-class player. And he usually does put it in the back of the net from there. Here's Mizogen. It's going to be a ball over the top, and I think a run from Peter Murray. I think that's what we're going to see, but he's offside as it stands. Tiata. Here's Mizogen. Kone. Dedia through. Here's Peter Murray with the chance. Yes! He seals the deal. It wasn't quite how I expected it to go, but it was the end result of Peter Murray on the end of it in the 18-yard box. He's always going to score from there. That was just a terrific finish. And it was Manu Kone to Dedia. Dedia with a pinpoint pass. And, Peter Murray makes it 3-1. And that should be all she wrote. And can we go and get some glitter on the top of this? Weber now on the right-hand side. What a cross he's got on him. But he's going to go alone again. And I feel like so many of the players are just going for glory. Be a little bit more selfless. Get us the win. Here's Weber with the corner now. Can he redeem himself with a beautifully floated cross? He can. And here he is again. Gets it back now to Manu Kone with the shot, and it's Kassadai. But end of highlight. But I think it's going to be all 3 points, and that is exactly what we get. What a way to celebrate 100 episodes of the Journeyman with a terrific result against perhaps the best team in the Champions League this year. And that is exactly what we wanted. 12 points out of 12 in the Champions League, and now we've got to go up against a Newcastle side and try and get some more. Let's put our arm around Peter Murray. He's had a great season so far. Let's have a little look at his form this season. I mean, you can see he's scoring a goal almost all the time, and 8 goals in 12 appearances already in the Premier League. He is starting to make that 61 million look like an absolute bargain. Oh, I'm excited again now. Let's go and get a victory against my hometown, Newcastle United. Well, we've made a few changes to the side for the match against Newcastle. Pilbeam comes into right back. Robinson comes in at centre back with Kone in the defensive midfielder position. Jorge starts on the left, and Johnny Ballesteros starts up top. Mainly because, we've put a lot into that Bayern Munich match. Equally, I think some of the players that we've put in are terrific replacements, really, to get going. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how we get on. Obviously, Newcastle struggling a little bit this season, but they're still a very, very top quality side. I mean, we're going to see some of the names here. Jude Bellingham, for instance, is going to be in the centre of that midfield. Very, very good. Tezgel still a terrific player as well. And he's probably guaranteed to score now that I've mentioned his name. West Ham having a wonderful season. They're up in second place. They're keeping pace with Liverpool at the moment. But we need to really start booking up our ideas, because I feel like we are one of the teams that can go toe-to-toe with that Liverpool side. So here we go then. Let's see how we get on. We're at Alland Road. We're going to have the roar of the Leeds United faithful backing us. But this is a chance for Newcastle straight away, and it is Jose de Jesus Sanchez that puts them 1-0 up, and that was a good little move from Newcastle there, and that is exactly the opposite of what we wanted to happen. Here's a corner kick for Newcastle now. Set pieces have been our Achilles heel, and now here's Navarro. We're on the counter-attack. It's started raining. Navarro still pushing. Navarro still going. This is a great run from him, to be fair. Navarro into the middle. It's headed away. But here's Kassadai now with the shot. Hits the post. And maybe that is an early indication that today is not going to be our day. We have got a corner, though. And it's going to be Jorge that whips it in. I think it's going to be a near post head. No, it's a far post head. It's a header over the bar from Michael Robinson. Oh, what a chance that was. That was a great chance. Oof. Sanchez with the throw. Newcastle looking strong at the start of this match, but Kone wins it back. Here's Robinson now. Robinson to Murray to Cassadai. Here he goes again. Oh, that's a nice little ball forward, but Navarro couldn't get to it. And Newcastle building up from the back. Once again, Burnaby whips it all the way over to Lamptey now. Lamptey with a chance. Bellingham. Oh, what a tackle from Manu Kone. And he's pushing forward now. Good ball forward to Ballesteros, who tries to find his partner Murray, but couldn't. And now we're going to have another defensive masterclass. But here's Burnaby. Great tackle from Bradley. Apparently, that's a penalty, Jeff, though. I disagree with that. He seemed to get the ball nicely. Is it going to be a penalty, Jeff, or is it no penalty? Penalty awarded. That is definitely a harsh decision. Cassadai gets booked. Understandably angry, and Tezgel is going to step up. Zinoviev is waiting in goal and makes it 2-0. Leeds United. I mean, this would be our 4th consecutive Premier League defeat. And another one at home as well. This is just not like us, and that would drop us to 11th place in the Premier League table. And questions will start to be asked of my future at the football club. We've been talking about building stuff up. I mean, that's a great shot from Michael Robinson, but Ballesteros hits the post. Oh, this is frustrating. This is incredibly frustrating. Come on, boys. Here's Jorge on the left-hand side. A win here would really set us up nicely. A similar thing happened last season. We were 2-0 down to Arsenal, 1-3-2, and, we never looked back. But it's going to have to be from 3-0 down. Oh, dear. Well, it's the Hannard dynasty at Leeds United coming to an end. It's tough to say. We could do with a goal before half-time. Here's Holgate. He whips it in. Header from Mbete, and he puts it in. Luca Mbete, 3rd goal of the season. Oh, that gives us a chance in the second half. And this would give us an even bigger chance. Here's Cassadai. Looks like we've woken up, but Kone, I don't know who he was passing to there. But that went wrong. Header there from Pilbeam. Now Navarro. Navarro on the ball. Loses it to Murray. Now Ballesteros over the bar. Well, this would be a disaster. So half-time, 3-1. You have been terrible so far. What can we do to turn this around? Peter Murray's going to come off. Wallbank's going to come on. Weber's going to come on as well. And I'm going to put Connor Bradley back at right back. Here we go then. Second half gets underway. We need to demand more of the team. But I don't see where our chances are coming from. Yeah. Put Dethier on, I think. Here's Ballesteros. Gets it back to Mizogin. Mizogin in to Cassadai. It's Jorge. Kone now. He's going to shoot. Oh, it's in. It's in. It looked like it was going to go well wide. But Kone has scored a brilliant goal. Well. It was Cassadai with the original shot. Then Kone just... it looked like it was well wide, but it just curled and curled and curled. And it went into the right corner. And, well, it's 3-2 now. Can we have a bit of bounce about us and grab an equaliser and maybe even a winner before the end of this match? We are motivated now. Nat Wallbank's on the pitch. He's chasing around looking for it. Here's Robinson. Gets it to Mbete. Robinson back to Zinoviev. Here's Mbete now. Mbete to Cassadai. Bradley. Mbete. Cassadai to Bradley. Here's Wallbank. Doing the Harry Kane of trying to bring everybody into play. That was terrible, though. That's a terrible pass from Mizajin, and Sanchez now to win it for Newcastle. Over the bar, thankfully. But another corner for the Toon. Oh, dear. Into the middle it goes. Header over the bar. Thank the Lord for that. Well, Johnny Ballesteros not having a good game. We've got one more substitution. And it is going to be Ballesteros that comes off for Alvaro. It's not an inspiring change. It could make all the difference, though. 10 minutes to go here. Come on, boys. Let's get this equaliser. Save our season. Well, we're going to have a late chance. Alvaro gets it forward. Robinson's there. It's Weber now into the middle wall bank. Oh, what a chance that was. But I don't think it's going to happen now. Here's Weber. Crosses it in. It's headed away. It's Kone. Bellingham. Oh, Dedea was there. No, it's away. Oh, frustrating. It's going to be us again, though. Mizajin. Alvaro whips it in. Wallbank's there. But that is going to be that. But Wallbank wins it back. 10 seconds to go. We've got one more chance. And I don't think we're going to take it. It's cleared from Newcastle. And it is a victory for Newcastle United. And they were the better team. They were the better team. And we have now lost 4 Premier League matches in a row. We drop into the bottom half. And all of a sudden, they're now disappointed. They're now disappointed. Yeah. Football is fickle, isn't it? It is fickle. I mean, we're a couple of victories off getting back up there, and I think that's where we were last season. We did get off to a better start, but now, you look at this form in the Premier League, and it's a bit worrying. 4 defeats in a row. Our next match is away to Chelsea. That's a big match now. That is a big match. We could be fairly quickly put onto the scrap heap, which would be a real shame because we've done such a good job at Leeds United. We're doing really well in the Champions League, which is just about, I think, what will be keeping us afloat. But then again, until we actually win that, it's not massive. Right, when are we going to come back then? Why don't we come back for Plymouth and Crystal Palace? Hopefully something a little bit more positive next time out, as we're looking to get back into some resemblance of good form. But if you have enjoyed it, then give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more FM23 videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye. Well, a few minutes after finishing off episode 100, we are here with the dreaded board meeting. And it's going to be an interesting one. We lost against Chelsea 4-3. We were 3-2 up in that match. We went back to our 4-2-3-1 formation. And yeah, we're now 5 Premier League defeats in a row. And they've decided to call us in. So this could be the end of the Leeds Road, which would be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? Right, we are not happy with your current performance and are considering your position at the club. I'm going to get rid of my ugly mug for now, so that we can read all the options. We've been unlucky with the injuries. Well, that's not true. A difficult run of games. Yeah, fairly true. Ignore the form. We're playing well. Trust the process. I mean, it's not recommending anything. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming, let's go for the difficult run of games. Let's see if they take to that. We will take the hard run of fixtures into account, but we want to know how you plan to improve. Things haven't gone well so far. Just give me until the end of the season. I'm confident I can turn things around. Hey, we have confidence in you. We hope it isn't misplaced. You have until the end of the season to turn things around. We believe it's important to stay on good terms, so hopefully we can build and work together. Well, that should hopefully give us to the end of the season to fix things then at Leeds United. But we're going to have to turn things around fast. I don't think performance-wise we're doing too bad. We're just in a little bit of a rut at the moment. And it was caused by our nemesis club, Fulham, in my opinion. We were 3-0 up in that match. We win that. And we then thrash Norwich 6-1. And things are going brilliantly. Champions League wise, we're doing fantastic. So whatever we're doing there, we need to bring that into the Premier League. But you look at that, how many goals we're scoring. We're not far away. We just need to shore up in defence a little bit. But yeah, we will be back for the match against Plymouth and Crystal Palace next time out. Oh, that was lucky.